Greetings, friends! Out of all the plants that we grow here on the homestead, from tomatoes to peppers to whatever, you name it, there's one plant that we feel every homestead should have.
This plant right here is one of the absolute best plants that you can have on your homestead. There's so many different uses. You can use it medicinally, you can use it for your animals, and you can use it for your garden. One really great way that you can use it in your orchard or in your garden is chop and drop. And what this means is you chop all the foliage off, or some of it, lay it on the ground, and as it decomposes, it is a fertilizer for your plants. There's also another way you can use it as a fertilizer. Gather up the pieces that you chopped off, grab a bucket, then to make one of the best 100% natural, totally organic fertilizers for your garden, take the leaves, tear them up, and once you got your bucket full of water, you let your comfrey just ferment and sit, and all the good nutrients in those green leaves release into the water, and you have a really great fertilizer for your house plants, for your garden, for your apple trees, other fruit trees, and it's just that easy. I know, Libby, you want some comfrey too, don't you? Yeah, you want some comfrey too? Which is another great use for comfrey. You can feed it to your animals. Now, you don't want to feed it to them all the time, but they really like it, and it's a really great addition, you know, here and there to their diet.
And in addition to it being beneficial for the soil and beneficial for the fruit trees, the flowers that it produces, our bees really love it.
But goats aren't the only animals on the homestead that really enjoy comfrey. We have given it to our chickens. They really love it. We've even chopped it up and put it in our chick brooder because the chicks and even ducklings really like to eat it.
Sometimes the chickens will just eat the comfrey straight, but sometimes our chickens tend to be a little bit picky. So one of the things that I like to do with the comfrey is I'll just cut it up into little pieces. You can cut it up even finer than this if you want, or whatever, and this will just help supplement the feed. So I'll just add this and mix it in with their feed, and they're usually a little bit more prone to eating it, but it just helps with adding some extra nutrients, protein, things like that, to help them with producing more eggs and cutting down on the feed cost.
I know some of you are thinking, Lacie, you're cutting too much of your comfrey. Why are you mowing it all down like that? Well, actually, comfrey grows really, really fast. So all of this that I'm chopping off, within a couple weeks, it'll be back and you won't even know that I'd cut it. As I'm clearing all of this out and picking all these pieces up, you can see right down in here, these little leaves right here, they're just going to start growing up. There's all kinds of them down in here. And it'll grow back really fast, and you'll have plenty of comfrey. You can use comfrey fresh, or if you want to save it for the winter months whenever it's not growing, you can also dehydrate it. It's super easy. You can buy a cheap dehydrator. You can do it in your oven. I've actually seen people dehydrate things in their cars, but super easy to dehydrate this stuff. But if you want to use it fresh, one way I used it fresh the other day was I made a tea out of it. I think I may have broken my little toe the other day, and it was hurting very bad to walk. And comfrey is known as knit bone, which means it helps broken bones. It actually helps repair damaged skin as well. So I took a bunch inside, put it in a half-gallon jar, filled it up with boiling water, let it sit for 20 to 40 minutes. And then I used that tea to soak my foot in. Let me tell you, the next day, there was about no pain walking around. So that is a huge testament to comfrey right there. Propagating comfrey is also really easy to do. Look at this one right here. This plant right here, I dug up from another plant over there, and I opened up a place in the mulch right here, and look, it's not even covered up. There's some of the soil that was still attached to the other place, and I just put it right there. And I even forgot to water this little root ball of comfrey whenever I stuck it here. And I walked past it the other day and I thought, oh man, I killed it. But just this morning, I'm out here. Does that look dead? And look, there's more coming up right there as well. So super easy to propagate. And once you get one plant started, you can divide that plant multiple times. All the comfrey that we have here, and I'm thinking there's probably at least 20 big plants, all came from one little plant that this lady gave us when we lived in the city. And we brought it home, and I left it in the pot out in the yard, and it totally froze solid. The whole root, everything was frozen solid. I thought I had killed it. I dumped it out at the back door that winter, and then the springtime, here grows comfrey right at our back door. And from that one little plant, we've split that, and we had it all over the place at our house in town, and now we have it here, all from that one little plant. So it's really easy to dig up, and I'll show you how to do that. This whole root ball right here can be divided many times. So it's a lot of big roots, but see, each individual one right here, just this piece right here, you take this, since it has some of the root there, and it has some little root hairs, just take this, you can break it off, save that, use it how you want. But you take this, you can either set it down in some water, you could plant it in a little pot, and just this little bit right here will grow a whole new plant. All of these individual ones right here, like that right there, that's a whole new plant. These bigger, more established roots, actually there's ants living in the side of these. That happens a lot. There's sometimes bugs will tunnel in the roots, but the plants will still live. This one is gonna be a more established plant. So when you plant it, right like that, so it'll get bigger faster. But all of these little ones can be new plants. And that's why you don't have to buy a lot of comfrey plants or starts to get you going on your homestead. It just takes a little bit of time.
So how's your toe doing?
Well, I can still feel it, but the comfrey tea that I've been soaking it in really has helped a lot.
That's so crazy. I just got back from spending time with Justin Rhodes, and his toe looked broken too. It's all purple and everything. He said a cow or something stepped on it. It just looked like, ugh. So that's interesting.
He wins. Cow didn't step on me. I just whacked it into the bed frame. So
y'all have matching toes kind of right now.
Yeah. I have been hobbling around a little bit, but thankfully the comfrey tea is helping a lot. It takes a lot of the pain away.
So maybe he needs some of the comfrey tea as well. But while I was there, we were recording for an upcoming show that I'm working on, a kids show. So pretty excited about that. And a number of you have mentioned it before in another video, and you've expressed interest in that show. So thank you very much. It's exciting to hear that you're interested in that show because I'm really excited about it. But also, a number of you have been mentioning for some time now that you want Lacie to do more videos on herbs, and she's planning to do that.
Thank you guys for prodding me on to do more about herbs. Like for 2 years, people are saying, Lacie, do more videos about herbs, and I just haven't had time to do it. But I'm going to do it now. I'm developing an herbs course on how to identify, harvest, and use herbs, and I'm going to go more in depth than what I am able to do here on YouTube.
And that's pretty exciting. And we also really want to get an idea of who all out there is interested in Lacie's herbal course. So make sure you click the link in the show notes below to sign up for her email list, so that way we can get an idea. And also, there'll probably be some kind of early bird discount, and it'll be offered to those who are on that list. You better believe it. Also, we're planning to offer this course on Abundance Plus. And Abundance Plus has a whole bunch of other content on there already from docuseries, and I'm also planning to have my kids show on Abundance Plus as well. So if you haven't joined Abundance Plus and you want to or want to check it out, you can get 10% off now with the Fit Farmer as the coupon code. So it's pretty exciting. So today, you got to learn about comfrey and all the various ways that you can use it as an amendment, a fertilizer for your soil, for your fruit trees, for your chickens, for your bees, for your goats, and for medicinal uses. And
I know a lot of you guys want to know where you can buy comfrey from, because every time I talk about it, you say, where can I buy some? Well, our friends over at Heirloom Permaculture sell comfrey starts. So I am going to put their information in the show notes below so you can go buy your own.